Thank you.
I'm ready.
Okay.
You ready?
Is this microphone good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sound check.
And action. Welcome to the knowHis.love podcast. I'm Molly.
And I'm Father Matthew.
Who are you?
I'm Issy.
Yay, welcome Issy.
Thank you.
This might be a first. Is this the only episode Father Michael's never been on?
I think so. Yeah.
It's because the studio's in his house, which makes sense. But
Right. We broke in.
yes. Do you have a key? I was wondering
No.
how you got in. Is Father Josh here?
No.
Oh,
We broke in.
okay. Okay,
No,
perfect.
his secretary was leaving right
Oh,
now.
nice.
Yeah.
No, we did in fact break in.
Yep.
So for those of you who don't know, most of you know, Father Matthew is Father Michael's brother, also a priest. Shocker. Everyone is always like, that's crazy. I'm like, is it
Right.
really that crazy? Like,
In today's world.
yeah, I guess so. Being a priest in general is crazy in today's world, so I have to put myself outside of my world. And he started knowHis.love. He's been on the podcast, twice before? 2-3 times, something like that.
Yeah.
But we have Issy here. Issy, you know Father Matthew. You don't know me, but we're getting to know each other.
Mhm.
But how do you know Father Matthew?
So I go to Ohio University, and he was our campus priest last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Where are you in town? I actually don't know this.
I'm visiting a few friends at Franciscan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this weekend.
That's great.
That I know that I worked with last summer. So
Okay,
yeah.
awesome. Well, great. And also, Issy has been involved with knowHis.love. If you saw our hilarious reels and interviews, I think they're YouTube videos too, right? Or
Right.
is it
Yeah.
just-
I uploaded those,
from the Seek conference this year, Issy went with two other people,
Two
other
others.
people, and was in charge of interviewing random people. And I just remember the sister that you interviewed, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. But I wanted to talk about what that was like.
yeah.
Because that's like just kind of a unique and like newer aspect of knowHis.love. Like we're used to kind of the articles and the individual interviews and the podcast, but that's kind of a newer thing. So what was that like? What was the purpose of you going there? What did you do while you were there? Just tell us a little bit about your experience.
So we started the just going around and interviewing people, like asking them questions thing, because we would do it at Ohio University. We did it last year.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that's where it
Yeah,
started. Okay.
we were asking people like questions about love, and then we made this nice YouTube video about it. And Father Matthew's like, why don't we try to get to go to Seek? Or Madeline might have said that. I went with my friends Madeline and Julia. And so then we ended up getting tickets for Seek and getting in through knowHis.love. And it was super fun. We were there for like the full week, and we just like went around and asked like a bunch of religious people and just like college students. Like there was like 17,000 college students there.
Wow.
We just went around like, what stupid questions should we ask them? And then like we'd ask them a few serious ones too.
You guys
and-
have to watch the one with the
Yeah.
sister. Watch all of them. They're all great. Not that the funny one is the best one, but it kind of
It kind of is.
It was just the editing that you did.
Oh,
for
no,
it.
she did that.
Oh, you did that.
We
Yeah.
did that. Okay.
Yeah.
We would take the videos like during the day, and then we'd go back and edit at night,
Like,
and
stay up
we'd
till
just
4 in
be
the morning.
dying. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And just like there's like more videos that we didn't edit yet. Like the
Oh, I'm so excited.
like the
to see
sisters
rest.
were like dancing for us and singing over us, and they're like, no, and we're like, what is happening? They were so funny. But the one you're talking about, I was like, what is the coolest word you know? And she's like, cool.
True.
Yeah,
It's so
true.
funny.
It is. You have to. So they're on the Instagram. They're not that far back. So
Yeah.
scroll down and find them.
Yeah.
They are. I like sometimes just will randomly like remember it and go back and watch it again. It's still just as funny.
Yeah.
What were some of the questions, the serious questions that you asked people,
Oh.
and what were some of like the responses you got? I guess what was the impact on you, kind of being in that position of hearing people give those answers?
Yeah, I think we were asking people like what's their favorite way to worship.
You asked Bishop Fernandez a few good questions.
Yeah, we interviewed Bishop Fernandez with the microphone off. So awkward. So if you watch that video, like there's like we were sitting there in my bed like voiceovering that one for me because my voice wouldn't come out. So if you watch it, it's like
Well, I didn't
secret
notice.
talent.
I didn't notice. I've seen it, so now I'm gonna listen back. I'm excited.
And it just sounds a little weird, but they were making fun of me because we were like, what if you could smell one thing for the rest of your life, what would you smell? And he's like, coffee. And I was like, yes. Like that wasn't like the most basic answer, but I was like, yes. What else were we asking them?
I mean, you did talk about God's love, of course.
Yes. Oh, what's your favorite way that God loves you?
Mhm.
Like shows his love for you? What's your favorite way to worship? Just different questions about that
Yeah.
and stuff. And yeah, we're asking like college students too, and they're giving like super cool answers. And yeah, then we just edit it together and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Had you been to Seek before?
I haven't. That was my first time. So that was super cool to road trip out to St. Louis.
Yeah.
And we survived on like cheese and goldfish.
Cheese, blocks of cheese.
We bought like 2 rolls of sushi the whole week, and that was it.
Oh,
I swear. It was so
amazing.
Just kept them in the car.
That's
Yeah.
quite a diet. Yeah. I want to go to Seek. We got to
Yeah.
do some podcast.
Well, you have a connection with somebody and also Izzy, you're doing Focus this summer, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
you're gonna do something in Denver.
Yeah, so I'm working a focus internship. It's called
that's cool.
donor communications creative
It says
content.
the same word twice. No, it's not that
No.
this time either.
So I'm gonna be like making and like writing and designing stuff for the benefactors.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
how'd you find out about that?
I was just like, I need to get an internship because I go to school for journalism and
Okay.
publication design and minor in marketing.
Okay.
So I have to have an internship before I graduate. And I was like, I want a Catholic internship.
Right.
Because it's gonna be like a Catholic 9-to-5 work environment, which is super cool. And
That's awesome.
I was just looking into it, and then yeah, I applied and then ended up getting it. And there's gonna be like, I think there's like 15 internship people, and then there's like all the summer projects people, and we'll get
Right.
to work together.
Oh, that's so cool.
I'm super excited for that because it's like also a formation program within it. And we're gonna like go on a backpacking trip on the weekend one of the weeks.
Whoa.
And Julia and Madeline are also doing it.
Oh,
They
wow.
went to Seek. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Okay,
happen
They're
to
part
both
of the
apply.
Choose Love team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're gonna go to a camp concert at Red Rocks Amphitheater.
Oh,
while we're
Red
out
Rocks!
there.
I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
I'm so thrilled.
That's
but-
amazing. I was just in
so-
Denver.
Really?
Yeah.
What for?
My husband's best friend got ordained. Well, no, he did not get ordained. He took his first vows in religious life. He's a religious brother. But
Wow, cool.
my husband was like, we got to go to Red Rocks one day. So
Nice.
don't tell him.
Yeah.
Not that you'll see him. But maybe you
Yeah.
will.
I'll avoid,
You never know when
I'll
you'll run
avoid
into
telling
him.
him this information.
It'll take
At
a lot
all
to avoid
costs.
this conversation with Zach.
Yeah. Well, we have a connection now with
Oh,
Focus,
yeah.
so yeah, maybe we can get the podcast in for next year.
That would
honestly.
be
Yeah, seriously.
amazing.
Focus people,
'Cause
please.
She wants to go on a hike with us.
Yeah.
Please focus. She wants to go on a hike with us while we're out there. She lives out there.
Nice.
She was just
That's
emailing us.
awesome.
She wants to like write an article about it or something.
Mm-hmm.
She's interesting.
Oh, that's so cool.
I don't know. So yeah. Please focus.
Please focus. They will certainly watch this video.
Right.
Just
They watched our other ones. They
Oh,
watched,
did
yeah,
they? That's
yeah.
They
cool.
commented on one, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're famous.
Wow.
I've never been to Seek. Have you?
Yeah, I went in January 2020, right before COVID.
Okay,
So I was in Phoenix.
did you bring college students?
No, I went by myself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. It was cool. They did a excuse me. It was in a just like the Phoenix Convention Center. I don't
Right.
even know what it was, but they did a really good job with their liturgies, like with mass. Like it didn't feel like a big hall. Like they did a great job,
Yeah.
just making it really reverent. And what's it called, the Mission Way?
Mission Way.
Mission Way. That's when they have all those groups. That's where they did a lot of their interviews at.
Mm-hmm.
And just it costs too much for us to have a table, but we could get in with them maybe. And
Get that discount
Yeah,
code.
it was
Issy
cool.
2024.
Yeah, they have, at least when I was there, they just had a lot of they had a lot of different formation tracks that you could go. They had a campus minister track.
Oh.
And then they had one for like married couples and things like that. A lot of them were Focus missionaries before,
Okay.
or somehow attached to Focus. Now they're married and have kids, and they're like, okay, here, come and we'll give you childcare, and you can have formation stuff for
Oh.
people that are married, and then of course they had stuff for college students as well.
I didn't
So-
realize that it was. I kind of thought
I don't
it
know if
was
they,
all college.
yeah, I don't know if they
focused
do
with
that normally, but it was really cool.
Oh,
It was
that's
really
really great.
substantial.
it.
Yeah.
So, Izzy, I want to talk about your magazine.
Yeah.
I don't know much about this magazine, but what
Okay.
I do know is that you started a Catholic magazine at your school, correct?
Yes.
That's awesome. Tell me, I want to hear first, like, where that idea came from and what it was born from.
Oh my gosh, yeah, for sure. So we started a Catholic magazine at Ohio University called
Is it with the other two girls?
They're in it.
Okay. I was just like curious. Yeah.
Yeah, there's about like 10 of us, and
Awesome.
so I don't know, it was kind of just like on my heart. I was like, I want to start like a Catholic magazine, because I've always wanted to make a magazine or something, but I didn't want to just like write one Catholic article for like a magazine on campus.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we got to do more than that, man. So I told the idea to a few people, and they're like, yeah, let's do it. So we started that, and the goal of that is to just show the beauty of like how alive Catholicism is through the beauty of like writing and art and photography and stuff. And yeah, so we just got like 10 people, and they like all wrote an article, and then I figured out the formatting and stuff, and we did the photography and art of it, and it's just been really cool to figure out, and we're getting it printed off soon.
What's
in the
it
next
called?
few weeks here. It's called the Sales Journal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, so you haven't like published one yet?
Not yet.
You're
It's
right about
online.
that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And we have
we
have an Instagram, the Sales Journal. So, and we're getting it printed off soon. So we're gonna just try to put as many copies around campus as possible. And yeah, we'll see how that goes.
What was the big motivation and how you made it, like the design of it, everything? Like, how did that connect with your faith?
You got it.
Yeah, I love my friend. Okay, it started the idea for it. Okay, sorry.
No, we got it. We're good. Just recenter.
This past summer, my friend Sylvia gave me one of like Bishop Barron's Evangelization and Culture magazines, and I was like, that is so beautiful, and just like the way like God speaks to people through like the beauty of that art, and like I don't know, just participating in like how the Father like, you know, just participating in like how the Father makes things and how like we make things.
Yeah.
It's just very beautiful. And yeah, so I was like, dude, we got to do that. So I basically just found a bunch of cool magazines and like copied their layouts, you know, steal like an artist, but yeah. But yeah, we just like art speaks to so many people, so we want to like show them how alive Catholicism is. Like Jesus is alive at Ohio University, and we want to spread that word. So we're gonna try to just throw them all around campus. And,
nice.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I have a copy with me.
Okay, I was gonna say I want to see one. Where is it?
You want?
Is it right there?
It's in my backpack.
Yeah,
so get it, grab it.
Okay.
Got a live reading of the Sales Journal. 36 pages. Whoa, that's awesome. Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna start saying this because you can still hear me, right? Oh, I don't think she can.
I can hear you.
You can hear me. I was gonna say that her. I think it's really admirable because I think a lot of times people have ideas. Father Jeremiah, star of the show. So is he the campus minister now, or
no?
Shout out to Father Jeremiah.
He's around with them. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What I think is cool is a lot of people have ideas like this, and then they just like never happen. But I love that you had this idea and you were like, okay, now I'm gonna do it.
I like to figure that kind of thing out. It's fun. Yeah. It's fun to figure the software out and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, this is so awesome.
Yeah,
when did you start this?
We started trying to figure that out probably in September. So it's been a long process. But yeah. So we're gonna try to do one a semester.
Yeah.
Thanks.
The photography is great.
The design, I like the design and the editing. All of that is really, it looks great.
And so, what are you doing on your social media? Are you posting things from here, or?
Yeah, the social media, it's just like random. I posted a video. It's just like some random video I made, or just some like random cool things. Or I'm posting the articles also on the social media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I don't know. It was just like coming off the thought of like our words, and they all have like genuine like authority and power in the name of Jesus. So we're like, we can help raise the culture from the dead.
Yeah.
Through that.
So tell me a little. I know a little bit. Was it last year that I came
to Ohio University? Yeah, you did the night fever.
Okay. So time. What is it? I'm not exactly sure. Who knows? So I know a little bit, but talk a little bit about like the Catholic culture at the school. It's not a Catholic school, right?
No.
Okay, but you have seems like a pretty strong campus ministry program there, or like at least group of people who are interested in their faith. How did you like find that, plug into that? But also like what's that like in the midst of the rest of the culture of the school?
So going in, can you hear me?
I would push,
Sorry.
but yeah, that's
there we
good.
go.
Yeah.
So before college, I did this camp called Tolelega in Cleveland, and that was so life changing. And then after that, I was like, I need to have Catholic friends. Like these people are sick. So then I went into college trying to find Catholic friends, and I was like, did I choose the right school for this? I was like, ah. But then I went to like the Newman Center. I think I was like probably DMing the account over the summer and stuff, and then I just went there and I was like, yes, the Lord provides, because it's gotten a lot bigger over the past like 2 years, because I think COVID like kind of burned it out a bit, didn't
Oh
it?
yeah, there was just nobody around.
How
Yeah.
long were you there before COVID?
So I was my first year is when COVID hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you
'cause-
were there for 3 years total?
Mhm.
Okay.
So COVID kind of burned it out, right? Like there wasn't that many older
Yeah, because
people.
exactly. Because it
That-
like killed a whole
Yeah.
generation. You know,
Right.
just like a whole
Yeah.
a whole year of people.
Yeah. So
Excuse me.
there was probably like 3 people per
Yeah.
grade consistently coming.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
then when the grade level I'm in came in, like there was like 15 people ish,
Oh,
and then
wow.
another like 15 came in this past year, and it's just been growing.
Yeah.
So we've been doing a lot of fun stuff with that. We've been doing fun activities, and we'll
Mhm.
have like Bible study and our outpouring nights every week, and
Yeah.
yeah.
But the culture beside of
Oh,
the
yeah.
school besides that is not very Christian.
Yeah, it's
Correct.
it's almost like anti-Catholic.
Right. So that was
It's
so.
not really neutral. It's like,
So Father
you
Matthew,
know,
could you talk a little bit about the event I came to?
Yeah,
That I
sure.
sang at, because I think this offers like, I mean, I just saw a
Oh,
lot. I
yeah.
saw both like sides of the school. I feel
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
anyway, I'll let you explain.
Yeah. So what we so yeah, as you were describing at the university, there's a very big party culture. It's something that kind of permeates everything in the culture of the town and just the university. And people come from all over Ohio, not only to go to the university for the sake of the party culture, but even just will come in on the weekends or whatever days
Just like join in.
to join in. And one of the weekends that is the most notorious, or it's just well known, is Halloween weekend at Ohio University. And you'll just get people from all over the state and probably some surrounding states as well, I'd imagine. And so the goal, what we did, my first year, we didn't do it Halloween weekend. We just did it last year. Yeah, because we couldn't do it my middle year because COVID was going on.
Right. Yeah.
There was nobody around. My first year, we didn't do it Halloween weekend. But then as we came into this past year with it, I was just kind of praying with it and just thinking like, what would, with what goes on that weekend, what could kind of be an answer to that? What would be something
Yeah.
that we could kind of say, here's an alternative
Yeah.
to kind of just the craziness going on. And so I took the idea from something that happened in Germany after World Youth Day. A lot of the Catholics and young Catholics in Germany saw that, wow, like the church is alive. You know, there's just so many people that are just so into the faith, and they didn't want it to just like burn out after World Youth Day ended. So they started these things called Night Fever, where they found a church that has a lot of foot traffic going by it, and they just have it open, and it's kind of all candlelit with beautiful music, and the Eucharist is the center of it, and you just have little teams of missionaries that are willing to bring people in to say, would you like to come pray for this specific intention? And
I had a very unique perspective of this.
yeah.
I was in the choir loft just like singing, and so I wasn't like talking to anyone, but I was watching people. It was funny because it was Halloween. They're all walking in the costumes. There was someone literally in a priest costume,
Oh yeah.
a nun costume.
Yeah.
They're not always the most appropriate costumes, but that was like what was very striking for me was like I like put something on my Instagram story after just talking about it afterwards, because it was so striking to see people who you would think like don't belong in a church. You know, like you think you get dressed up to go to mass on Sunday, and you come in and you come in ready, and but like that's not what Jesus says, right? Like I'm not that it's bad to dress up nicely for mass, but I'm saying like he takes us as we are, and like it was very much a very real example of that. Like people who like had no idea why they were walking into a church, someone just like basically led them in,
Right.
and they were not at all prepared, as you would think to like go be in a church where adoration's going on, but like that doesn't
Right.
matter to the Lord. And so it was really cool to see that going on. Sometimes I was laughing and other times I was like, whoa, this is really striking.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, I really saw kind of like both sides of the culture
Yeah.
at your school of like, wow, there's this like relatively large group of people that put this on because they care that much about their faith. But there's also this very large group of people. I mean, they were walking on the streets. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's just, it's
Thousands and thousands
chaotic.
of people. Yeah.
That weekend.
Yeah.
But I think I didn't experience this in college because I went to Franciscan. Like, I think it's really cool to hear stories about people who are very seriously living out their faith and like participating in ministry at their school, at schools that like really need evangelization. People need to be evangelized everywhere, but like in a very unique way. Like, there's a lot of students at your school who just like haven't met Jesus in any way, shape, or form and are completely uninterested in that. So I think it's really cool, like, that there's multiple things I've heard now, and especially with this magazine, there's things that you're doing to like evangelize those people, and you're not just keeping it to yourselves, because it would be so easy to do that, right? Like, you all agree, you're all on the same page. I'm sure you have a good group of friends. Like, it'd be so easy to just like keep it there, and no one would really like say anything about that, right? But like, you're choosing to like branch out outside of that and try to like pull other people in. I think that's really beautiful.
Yeah, it was a really cool night too that night.
You did it again this year, right?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, people just feel very like seen and loved through that, because we just like intentionally go up to people on the streets and we're like, would you like to go light a candle? And then we do it for an intention. Yeah, and it's just so out of the ordinary for like us to like look them in the eyes and like bring them into the church where they don't feel like they belong, because
right,
they've been told that all their lives. Yeah,
right. And it's such a, like, when you see people's faces when they first enter the church, because normally when we're putting these on, I would I just let the students do the work, because like I want them to really see the fruit of their own participation in this. And I would sit in the back and just kind of watch people as they entered, and I loved it, because every single time somebody walked in the church, you just be like, their eyes would just get bigger, and like sometimes their mouth would be open,
change,
right? Because there's just that hunger within us, right? Like, we want to encounter what's beautiful. We want to encounter love.
Yeah.
And at this event, like, you have the monstrance, right, the focal point, and they may not have understood that. But it's like Jesus is there, like Jesus encountered them, and like they encountered Jesus, and yeah,
they probably didn't understand it all, but they definitely felt it. They definitely felt that there was something different there.
Right.
Yeah, like, even if we can't name it, like, encountering the Lord does something. It changes things. Like, a room is different when Jesus is there, especially like physically present. So I'm sure there's lots of fruit that comes from that, whether you see it or not. I think that was just one of the coolest things I've gotten to be a part of. And you were a Damascus missionary last summer, correct?
Oh yeah.
That was big time sick. Damascus missionary. So, do you know Connell Hughes?
Yeah.
He was my best friend my whole life.
Stop,
Still is.
really?
We grew up together. So
yeah, I didn't know him that well, but he was always
let me
around.
fix this real quick.
This is like kind of
there's a situation happening.
There is a situation. Technical difficulties. Okay,
thank you. Like, turn it if you want to like face it towards you.
I think this is just like.
Can you like flip it fully around? Whoa! Ah! Looks like a gun the way you like had your arms on it. Please zoom in on this.
Help, Father Michael.
Okay. You just want to like aim it at your face.
Yeah, I think that's good. Good, thank you very much.
So, I that's just really you were like too calm. You were just until it. But I'd love to hear more about what that was like. Because, I mean, well, talk a little bit about what Damascus is. You could explain it better than I can, and like what it was like being a missionary there. Are you laughing?
No, I don't know where to start.
It's a mission group.
Okay. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like
that's a good place to start.
What is it?
Okay, so yeah, Damascus is like a group of like epic missionaries, and they're just so on fire for the Lord. And so I worked at Catholic Youth Summer Camp over the summer. So you can either serve as like a summer missionary or a 2-year missionary. So I was a summer missionary. I was a camp counselor, and they like we ministered to high school students and middle school students. It was for a summer camp every week, and we were there for like 10 weeks, nine summer camp weeks. And
Did you like it?
oh my god. Yeah, I totally loved
Why?
it. Oh, good. Yeah, it just totally like everyone there, it was like such like a shock when I was first there. I was like, what is going on?
It is a culture shock
Yeah,
if you've never
like-
been to Damascus.
Yeah, I was like, these people are crazy. What's happening? Like, I was like, but I was like, I want to be crazy like these people. Like, they're so cool. Like, I've never met people that are so free and alive as like I did that summer. It was just like, so shocking, you know, how they would act.
What was the biggest fruit that you think you got out of
The
that?
biggest fruit. Okay. I think the biggest fruit is
how large were the fruits?
the fruits were pretty large, and they were everywhere, and they were sweet. I totally like the theme of the summer was the Eucharist is the source and the summit of our
Good
faith.
theme.
Good theme. That's what
Good
I was
solid
thinking.
theme.
That's what I said, Molly. But I don't know. We just had so much adoration like every day. Well, not every day, most days. And I don't know, through just doing that for weeks, I like just totally fell in love with the Eucharist. And I don't know, that's the biggest fruit. I mean,
Good
like
job. No, that's
literally,
great.
yeah. And those kids, it was so cool to work with the kids too.
Mm.
They just taught me more than I taught them, honestly. But it was cool because we would do like high adventure activities and stuff every day in mass, and
It's pretty popular. I know there's a
it
big
is
waiting
popular.
list, like for all the.
Yeah, all the kids can't even
Do you
get
know how
in.
many kids came this past summer?
There was thousands because there was like
Yeah.
500 a week for like 9 weeks.
Wow.
But then they've just made a third campus. So I don't
Where
even
are
know.
their other two campuses?
So they have a campus in Michigan and a campus in either Wisconsin or Minnesota. I can never remember.
Okay. And their main one's near Columbus, Ohio. You
Yeah,
didn't know
in
that.
Centerburg. And it was just so cool to walk with those kids every week, and it was like the hardest thing I've ever done. Like,
yeah, I've heard it's
it
super
was
intense.
so intense. Like, I was sick for like 5 weeks. Like, it was the worst ever. And like some Sundays, like towards the end, I'd just like be like before the kids would come. I hope they don't see this, but before the kids would come, I would just like lay in the field and just like cry for like 10 minutes. I was just like, not again. I don't know if I can do it again, Lord. But then he always came through. I learned so many lessons there, like just like totally learning about the Lord. But it was so hard, but it was so holy, and yeah, it was so good. What else should I say about that?
How do you think that
I could
it's
talk about that forever.
Yeah,
but
how do you think that it's impacted how you pray like today?
Oh, my
Like when
gosh,
you're
yeah.
outside of it, like how
Yeah.
Mm.
So they just like held us to super high standards there. And it was so great. It was like, so now it's just like implemented this daily prayer life into my life. Like, I didn't make intentional time for prayer every day. Before, it was kind of just like when it happened, or just like, yeah, I pray. But it was like we prayed every single day, like intentionally. It's like now I model my prayer time after that. Yeah, because it was just so fruitful, and it's like the anchor point of your day. Because without that, it's like if you're not intentional with your prayer, then your day's not intentional at all. And it's just like I totally feel that when I don't pray, you know. So that was just, yeah, super high standards, and it was awesome. And
cool.
No, I mean that's like the best thing you can get out of something is something
literally.
that changes your faith in a way that's like lasting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's cool that, like you were talking about, there's not just like they don't stop at just bringing the sacraments there sometimes, but it's like very much a part of the camp. And that I mean that's going to be the most impactful thing that you can do, is like offering so much time for prayer and for the sacraments. So that's really, really beautiful. But you're not going back.
No.
You're
No,
going to
gonna
focus.
go to Denver.
Moving on to the next one.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
What's next summer? What will come next summer? I can't wait to hear.
I don't know.
Yeah, after Damascus and Focus, where do you go from there? Vatican.
I
Straight
would-
to the Vatican.
I would totally work at Damascus. Yeah, that place.
Yeah.
So epic. But
Yeah. How are you hoping to use your degree after you graduate?
ooh, I don't know, but
That's
I think
totally fine.
okay.
Nobody pressure you.
Okay,
into
I think I would
What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
What's your
tell me how
40
to jobs at me.
What's your 401k?
I actually just opened one.
Oh wow,
Yeah, with
Whoa.
Fidelity.
nice.
Good for you. Is this an ad?
That's great.
No,
Not
it's
a
not
sponsor.
sponsored by
Fidelity.com.
Fidelity.
They're helpful and convenient, and I
It's
put $100
Desperado
in.
Dogs and Fidelity.
Oh, nice.
Those are two
Yeah.
good sponsors. Anyway,
What was the question?
what do you want to do after you graduate? What do you think you want to
Oh.
do? Listen, I'm doing something completely different from what I thought, so it's totally okay if you don't know.
What
What
was
are
your
you?
degree? Did you go?
Social work.
Oh,
Yeah, isn't that funny?
and
I
you're
mean-
a teacher now, right?
Well, I'm a campus minister.
Okay. Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah,
Okay, it would be super cool to do something like that. Or
it's
I would.
fun. I love it.
I would love
10 out of
to
10
do that.
recommend.
Yeah. See, that's on my that would be cool list, and also I think
That would be cool. Liz.
What are some other things on that would be?
another
Yeah.
thing on that would be cool list is I think it would be cool to work for a Catholic magazine, like either writing for
Like
them,
just sales journal.
like the sales journal, or doing the layout is really cool.
Mhm.
Also, I enjoyed doing the layout.
What's your degree in again? You said like
Journalism.
a few things though. There's a minor
Journalism
and
with
a
a focus in publication
Okay.
design
okay.
and a minor in marketing.
Nice. That's a good combo of things.
Yeah,
Minor
that's what I was
marketing.
thinking. So here we are.
What did you
But-
major in?
My bachelor's was in music education. My master's was in music performance.
I didn't know you got a master's.
Mm.
Where'd you get your master's?
Kent State,
Where'd you get your undergrad?
Ashland University.
Okay. I thought you got your undergrad at Kent State, which is why I asked after what you said you got your master's where you got your undergrad.
Okay.
You learn something new every day.
Every day.
Every day. See, we're not in our majors, but we both use them in our lives.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'll be a music master.
Yeah.
Music master.
What would your instrument be?
The trumpet. I played the
Oh
trumpet.
man,
You played the trumpet, right?
that was my
Okay, I played the trumpet in the 5th grade, and I
love
thought
it.
it was cool.
What did you know you were going to be a priest when at what point in your life were you like pretty sure you're going to enter seminary? Like what in relation to school?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I first started thinking about it when I was in high school. Like I went, Father Josh, he's been on the podcast before. He
Don't
took,
know him.
yes, right. He lives here. So
He
yeah,
is also the chaplain at my school.
right. So he took a group of guys to St. Vincent, where I went to seminary.
Ah!
This
I just see feet in the dark room. I was like, ah.
All right, here, take over.
Wait, you were just
You're in the middle of telling a story. You're
Come
the
back.
one talking.
Come back. Hi, Father Michael. Good. How are you?
I don't know why I got scared because I watched it happen before you screamed. I was
Did
like,
you try to
"This is
sneak up?
fine. This is Father Michael."
Oh,
And then for some reason, her screaming was what made me scared. And then you screaming, I was done at that
Sorry,
point.
I didn't-
I'm gonna overmodulate it. I'm sorry.
sorry.
Oh, I overmodulate the crap out of this thing. Don't you worry. That's what they call me, everybody.
Do we have the fourth microphone?
Well, it's not hooked up.
Yo, we
Uh-oh.
can share this one.
Okay.
Aw,
That doesn't work.
It's more directional, so yeah.
it's
Yeah.
okay.
I'll just sit here.
So
Okay.
directional.
We'll trade out in a second. Yeah. So anyway, first started thinking about it when I was in high school, and and then yeah, like in college, like I thought about leaving college early to join like a religious community.
Oh.
So because I was talking with some of them at the time, just interested in it. But I think I wasn't really thinking about it seriously again because I started like dating, and like the idea of celibacy was like, "Meh."
Hand holding greater than
Right.
chastity forever.
Right. Celibacy.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Everybody's called to be chaste. Not
Yeah,
everybody's
no,
called to be
no.
celibate. Okay.
But yeah, during grad school, that summer of grad school, I think that's when I really started thinking about it more
Okay.
intentionally again.
Okay. So I was more curious of like if it kind of happened after, like if you were kind of like, okay, I'm gonna do music. Like this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, because I was thinking of going straight through to my doctorate and then teaching at a college
Ah,
level.
Okay.
Yeah. So
nice. Well, that's
that
really
did
great.
not happen.
It didn't happen, but
No.
do you still play?
So I've gotten back in because I hadn't played trumpet for a long time.
Okay.
But I've recently got back into it, joined the community band, and
Wait, I did hear about
yeah,
that. Where
yeah.
is that?
Oh.
I didn't
It's
even know that
everywhere.
existed until I
Yeah.
found out that you did that.
yeah, they practice here in Wintersville.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Who do you play for?
It's just it's like a community band.
Do you like perform though? I mean,
Yeah.
Where? When?
We did like
To
some
the
job
community.
fair thing the other day.
Did you really?
They did.
A job fair.
Yeah, they did a concert down at public high school in
What?
Soonville. the other day too. I wasn't here. I was in Bosnia.
Are you
so,
guys good? I was in Bosnia.
Yeah.
I was in
I was in
Bosnia.
Bosnia. So I missed that concert, but yeah, it was fun. Yeah, there's different talent level ranges and things. So
What does that mean?
He said, "I'm the most masterful."
No.
Should I hire you for
that's
a
what-
school event
No,
in May?
no.
No.
What is it?
It's just like people go. I first of all, I have no idea if I could do this, but it's our house cup.
Oh,
But I just thought, I was thinking about it earlier. How it'd be fun to have some music outside when it's food trucks.
oh, and just have a trumpet by itself.
No, like the group.
Oh, you could ask
You can
him.
play by yourself.
Concert band.
Yeah, there's like 40 people in it.
Why don't you do the hand things he does? He just does this.
Oh,
Not
that's
really.
why I have my pockets here.
Here, now that you're here, please share your best Father Matthew sleepwalking story that you have.
Good.
Sleep.
I was telling her before that last night because I got in from Bosnia last night at like 12:40 or something. I stayed at a hotel in Pittsburgh at the Pittsburgh airport, and I woke up in the middle of the night and I had no idea where I was. And I like freaked out because I was like, "Where am I?" Yeah.
I don't have a good sleepwalking story, but my favorite, and it's recent, because because you were.
Issy was there.
We were all there.
What?
We weren't all there. But
Yes.
we were
We're on the same campus. It was the Ohio University campus Go Bobcats
Camp Odiokwa
Camp Odiokwa retreat we were at
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And me and Father Matthew and Johan were in one room. Well, you were gone that night, though. Okay. So Joe moved next door because I was snoring and you were snoring.
I wasn't.
I don't know. And so we had been talking earlier about the orphans that haunted the place, which is a real thing that I don't know. But so I went to sleep and I woken up to screaming and Matthew saying, "There's people in the floor." And I was so scared because maybe there were. And Joe woke up. Joe wasn't asleep, but he was in the next room. And he came outside and looked in our window to make sure we weren't being murdered.
Yeah. It was like screaming.
There's people in the floor. Did you wake yourself
I didn't know
up?
about that.
No, I'm not done with you. Did you
Come sit here.
Did you wake yourself up?
I don't remember.
He doesn't remember. Usually
That's so funny.
I did think that was funny. We also
It wasn't in the moment.
I'm really glad. I would have I would have been. I thank God I left because I was supposed to stay in the room next to you guys, where like there was just basically just a wall separate. Okay, like where Joe was. So I would have woken up, and it was my gut
Joe.
correctly told me, just make the long drive because I was done.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just drive like kind of late into the night. I will always opt to sleep in my bed, and now I know that was the absolute correct decision. I don't know what I would have done. It would have been game over.
Yeah.
I
was
just
scary.
could not have handled that. I can't believe he didn't tell you guys this. That's like such a great story. I would have woken up and immediately told everyone the next day.
Well, we were in the what do you mean? Oh, like the
he
next
saw
day?
them. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. He didn't like preach about it or anything.
No, it's not. No,
Maybe he didn't want to scare anybody about the orphans in the floor.
I don't even remember why the orphans, but we had talked about it.
Yeah.
I think it was an orphanage, wasn't it?
I have no idea. I don't know. I thought it was a Boy Scout camp.
Who knows?
Camp Odiokwa.
Never going back there again.
We hold you in our heart.
Never.
Boy Scout orphans.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Well, you missed the whole thing.
Yeah, you've been going for like 45 minutes.
I know. I don't really know why we traded out, but do you have any closing thoughts, Izzy, that you'd like to share with the Noah's Love community?
We just went to the TOR sisters.
I was just there yesterday too.
Were you?
Yeah, I brought Father Josh brought the boys on a trip. I brought my girls too.
Okay.
So what were you
To
there
hang out
for?
with them?
For mass?
Oh no, we were just driving, and Father Matthew's like, "Where do you want to go see in Steubenville?" And I was like, "I don't know, maybe your church."
That's
and
a
he's
good
like,
place.
He's like, "No, my church is ugly." And then
bleep that.
Sorry.
He's beautifying it.
Yeah,
he is beautifying it. So then he's like, "No, I'll take you to TOR sisters."
Not an ugly church.
And I was like, "Are we just gonna walk in there?" Not an ugly church. I was like, "Are we just gonna walk in there?" So then we just walked around, and then we had an urgent question to ask them if they sled down the hill in the back or not.
I feel like the answer is yes.
Did you see any
yes.
TOR sisters?
Yeah, we found a few.
You found
we
them.
sniffed them out. Yeah,
See the cows?
I did see the cows.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good talk, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
No problem.
You were hanging up the crucifix at the chapel?
We hung a crucifix. It was done.
Do you have a picture?
Yeah.
I knew you would. I'd like to see it. This is our school chapel.
We also hung a picture of Jesus
Did
on the other
Paula
wall.
make that one too?
No.
Who made that one?
Nelson's Fine Arts and Crafts.
Okay, Fine Arts and Crafts. Okay, no offense, but how come that took so long?
She's got other work. Yeah.
No, I mean to hang up the crucifix.
Because we had to like measure and like
Oh,
and hang the other thing was harder because it was into the like brick wall of the
okay.
school.
Okay, that's
Let
I
me get a
accept
look at
this.
Yeah. You can look.
I'll be the judge of this.
Do you like the crucifix?
I approve. Yeah.
Oh, good. Thanks, Issy.
Yeah, of course.
does it ever sound to you like when people say thanks, Izzy, that they're saying thanks, Sissy?
No, but someone
It
emailed
just sound
me.
like that. When you
No,
said that.
okay, but someone emailed me the other day addressing me as Sissy. They're like, "Hi,
Sissy.
Sissy." I was like, "Was that a mistype?"
weird.
I don't like that.
When Matthew texted me that you were going to be in town and you should be on the podcast, I legit for a minute was like, is it Issy or
What?
Izzy? Because it's spelled ISSY.
Okay,
People that I'm not that close to call me Issy.
really?
Issy.
Yeah,
I
on
feel like
campus,
that
they'll
would
be
never
like,
be a
"Hi,
thought I would
Issy."
have.
I know. I don't know. I mean, it's spelled
Shame
that way.
on you.
So,
The reason I miss all the conversations I used to have with Izzy when I would call Matthew and he would just hand her the phone.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
All
that's
the
you.
time.
That's you. That's awesome. Okay, wow. So many pieces are
That's
being
our
put
relationship.
together.
That's our relationship.
That's a good.
He's like, guess who I'm here with, and he's like, Izzy.
Is he?
Issy? Is
You're
he?
like, hi.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah. Who are you?
Anyway,
Forgot about that.
well, do you know how we close the podcast?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
With Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
Pledge of Allegiance.
It's just Taylor Swift. No, we say how God has loved us this week.
Oh, I've
So I'd
heard this
love
before.
for you to
Okay,
share
Sorry, yeah,
how God has loved you lately.
that's better. Yeah, that's good.
God bless you, Father Matthew. Oh, he's really hacking it up over there.
So,
Anyway,
who's
Izzy.
going first in this?
Izzy, for sure.
No, you guys go.
No,
Yo, I don't know.
Ladies first.
Wait, I need to think about it.
Tie my hair back. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, go for it. Yes.
I had 2 funerals this week, and funerals are a thing for a priest. You get very used to them very quickly.
Yeah.
Like,
I drove by, saw you at the funeral home.
oh really?
Your car.
Yeah, I was there. And it can be tough when you don't know the people or maybe they don't go to church, but both of them were just really positive experiences, and even just kind of like chances to share, because like everybody thinks like, oh, in the homily it's kind of like talk about the person and their life. They like the Steelers, they like bingo, I don't know, but
What a combo.
yeah. But like I try just to preach the gospel, and it always feels good to do this sort of like, here's the good news, and maybe there are people there who don't know it, and people who don't have a relationship with God, and that's always a gift to be able to do.
Yeah,
that's
really
how God's
awesome.
loved me lately.
I like it. That's a good one. Are you ready now?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, you can do it.
Yeah. So God's this weekend he's been just loving me through my friends who let me stay with them this weekend. And they've just taken me around Franciscan and just made me feel very welcome. And also at school though, just like loving me just by I've been trying to intentionally like be in silence more, so just like loving me in the silence and just like us hanging out together instead of like trying to be with everyone all the time, yeah, just in the silence.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good one. I would say God has loved me through the little trip we took yesterday. The TOR sisters they were just so welcoming and joyful and ready to share about like the joy of their life with our students, and the girls really loved it, and that was just cool to see, even though I am married and that will not be part of my life. The first year we went, we just took this trip in 2020. I was single at the time. I was like, that's right. I'm doing it too. I was like in it with them. But it's just cool to see like people like flourishing in their vocations and like being willing to share that joy. So that was a really cool experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Issy.
Thank you so much. Also to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mally.
You got me.
Yeah.
Well, join us next time. And don't forget to watch those videos from Seek on our Instagram.
Yes.
I know. We had a whole conversation about them. They're so good. See, they're so good. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Bye.